plumbing crooks? Do y'all believe that?
Well, I'm not a crook.
First, the plumbing company, accused of taking some elderly customers for an expensive ride. All say they were grossly overcharged for work at their homes. So we tracked down the owner with some hard questions.
In this video, I want you to know, we've seen two different plumbing companies from Australia where the customers say that the plumbing company owner or the plumber himself did them wrong.
Jace the Joker.
What are you talking about?
Do you take advantage of your customers?
Absolutely not.
No?
Busted!
I'm a bad boy.
I gotta tell you, guys, I've seen it happen. Y'all seen some of my other videos. But what I want you to do, I want you to watch and listen and see the big difference. One of these jobs, the guy actually quoted $39,000. They got it fixed for $3,000. Guys, make sure if you don't trust the plumbing company that you've called, the one that you've got to come out to your house, make sure that you are checking their reviews. Are they good plumbers? One of these, they pulled up the reviews and even said, look, a lot of these reviews we don't even think are accurate, but they still post them. So go to a trusted source, check the reviews, make sure you're calling a good company, and try to get word of mouth, try to get referrals. Anybody you can get to tell you whether they are good, aren't good, or if you need to be looking for somebody else. I want to say thanks to A Current Affair. I've seen videos like this before. Normally, it's not plumbing company owners, but I can understand that there are some people like that. So do me a favor, check these out. Let me know, what do you think? Do you believe the customer's right? Do you believe the plumbing company owner's right?
What are you talking about?
And have you ever worked for anybody that's done anything like this?
Well, I'm not a crook.
Let's check this out.
Now the story this tradie and his legal team don't want you to see.
A tradie.
Jason runs Fast.
Welcome to Australia.
Customers say he's only fast to overcharge. A former worker even claims he was asked to botch a job so he could bill a customer even more. Jason says it's a stitch-up. You decide.
And guys, I got to tell you, this happens all the time. I hate to tell you, but there's a lot of plumbers out there that do that. And sometimes it's the plumber, sometimes it's the plumbing company owner. It looks like this is a plumbing company owner, so I really hate to see that because he's teaching the plumbers below him how to be a crook.
Busted!
We need to talk to A Current Affairs and get this out there so we can get this cowboy off the road.
Is this the charming, sweet-talking
And he said, get this cowboy off the road. That's what they call Americans, just so you know.
Is that our man?
Yeah, that's Jason there.
Jace the Ace. Or is it Jace the Joker?
What are you talking about?
Because have you been taking people for a fool?
No.
At just 26 years old, Jason Abu Kalam is living the dream. His Fastway plumbing business bills a whopping $200,000 a week.
The money that bloke makes.
Wow, and I got to tell you, any plumbing company that's billing $200,000 a week is making bank.
$1 million home overlooking Sydney's Bodney Bay. And he loves his boys' toys. But have the star plumber's business ethics landed him in hot water? You're telling me that you're an honest bloke?
Yes, I am.
With a whistleblower alleging the worst case of plumber's crack we've ever seen.
Charge of $15,000.
I kind of like that. The worst case of plumber's crack.
With a hammer. So
Hang on. Back up here, mate. Back up here.
We're here to serve the community.
Yeah, I want to back up because I want y'all to hear that because that's what people need to think about.
charge of $15,000 for something that wasn't even broken. Like I had to break it with a hammer. So
hang on. Back up here, mate. Back up here.
Yeah, look, when people are talking about breaking things just to charge you more to fix it, that's crazy.
There's another.
every job that I went to was just charged an arm and a leg.
That's Dylan Cook. He's been a plumber for 8 years. But Dylan says he quit after working just 4 days for Jason Abu Kalam and Fastway Plumbing. Dylan claims Jason ordered him to carry out blatant sewage sabotage on a customer's pipe for a lucrative invoice.
When I found the pipe, I've noticed there's nothing wrong with it. And then I took photos of it and I rang Jason and he goes, oh, the ladies agreed to the $15,000 quote, so just smash it with your hammer and fix it.
So what did you do?
I just had to smash it with my hammer, and then I took photos of it broken after I smashed it and replaced it.
Okay, now, I got to tell you, I'm going to pause this right here because I've written in this before here at a job, and I was an executive director, and I was over construction. There was somebody else over service, and the service manager asked me, he says, hey, would you hire so-and-so back? I said, I don't know that person. He said, well, they let him go because he used the wrong fitting to tie garbage disposal to a sink, and it ended up coming apart and causing a lot of problems. And I told him, I said, then no, I wouldn't hire him back. And he says, well, his manager told him to do it. I said, I don't care. And I looked over at the owner. I said, the owner can tell me to go do something illegal or wrong. I got to tell you, I'm not going to do it because I know better. She does not understand plumbing like I do. So it doesn't matter to me that the owner told this guy that this plumber that they're talking to, he's just as bad because he actually did it. He actually stole from the customer, not the owner. They both did, but the owner's the one who told him to do it. You don't do it.
This is the customer's pipe before he smashed it. And this is the empty trench after he removed the evidence. The customer was charged nearly $15,000 for repairs. Dylan says the actual issue was later identified in another area of the property and fixed by Fastway at an additional cost. When you went home that night, how did you feel?
I felt like guilty, like I just robbed someone, pretty much. So
That's because he did rob somebody.
Recording saying that.
Fastway Plumbing Director Jason Abuhalam rejects the allegation. Are you worried about former employees coming to us and saying that you're a bit of a crook?
Absolutely not.
What about a job, Emma Rose?
Disgruntled employees are very normal.
Fastway Plumbing is before the courts on an unrelated matter, charged with demanding more than the maximum 10% deposit for residential building work. This product review website warns that many positive write-ups are likely to be false and misleading.
That's another thing right there is when a company has 1,000 5-star reviews and you go through and read them and they don't make perfect sense, they don't talk about the job, they don't talk about the technician, they don't talk about the things, sometimes be careful. And I have people send me stuff all the time saying, if you want more positive reviews, we can sell you, 500 of them. And it's like, that's not what I'm doing. I like the reviews that I get, but we work for them. Be careful and always read reviews. And I tell people that all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, disgruntled employees can go in and write stuff too. But you know what? If you're doing things right and most of your reviews are 5-star, if you get 1 or 2 bad ones, it is what it is. Try to take care of those customers in the best way you can. You're never going to make them all happy.
First, the plumbing company, accused of taking some elderly customers for an expensive ride. All say they were grossly overcharged for work at their homes. So we tracked down the owner with some hard questions.
Amiga Service Solutions' superior team of technicians are committed.
Oh, and this one can afford commercials on TV. You got to love it.
These unhappy customers beg to differ.
Tibor, how much did Omega quote you to fix the job?
According to them, to fix the problem was $39,064 plus GST.
And how much did you actually pay to fix the problem with another company?
With another company, I have paid $3,564, including GST.
74-year-old Ethel was more trusting.
Ethel received this fridge magnet in the mail and ended up with this giant hole in her front yard.
Ethel says she had a blocked pipe and called Omega. They quoted her $1,122. Ethel agreed and paid the money. The plumbers then dug this huge hole in her front yard and told her they needed a whopping $12,500 to finish the job. Money Ethel says she doesn't have. We asked Rubs Plumbing to have a closer look.
I love it too when they call in other plumbers to check and see what the problems are and whatnot.
The 1,500 mark.
Alan Ferguson runs Omega Service Solutions. While these elderly people say they've been left out of pocket, Alan's been flying up the pointy end of the plane on a holiday of a lifetime.
Do you take advantage of your customers?
Absolutely not.
No?
I like the fact that they're talking to the plumber. All plumbers see things different. And what I mean is, I see plumbers that get in trouble and say, well, that there's a crack in this pipe. Well, I like to go out and test it. And even me, when I get called by somebody that says, hey, we had another plumber come out and tell us that this is leaking. Can you tell us what it'll cost to fix? It's like, no, because I don't know where it's leaking, how it's leaking, what the problem is. I want to go in, double check and do things right. So I also tell them, look, you may want to call that other plumber and tell them, hey, I've had somebody else look at this. This is the thing. And to me, it's to give the other plumber an opportunity to right his wrong. But at the end of the day, man, there are plumbers out there ripping people off for tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Guys, I got to tell you, there's some of them that do it every day.
No? We've seemed to have noticed a pattern in elderly customers who claim to have been ripped off by your company.
My business was founded by myself and my father 30 years ago, and it's a majority of our customers are elderly.
We caught up with Alan as he pulled into Omega HQ.
It's more than likely if a mistake has been made with the invoice.
And just because the company was started by him and his dad doesn't mean it's straight up legit.
How many refunds do you give
His dad may have been the one that taught him how to do this.
percentage of all the jobs we do, it would be very, very low. It'd be less than 1%.
Do you train your staff to overcharge your customers?
Absolutely not. If we make a mistake, if we've accidentally charged someone for a job that shouldn't be done, we rectify it. We always have done.
I love his attitude. I got to tell you, look, if we've done something wrong, we always try to rectify it. I can't tell you whether what he did was right, what he did was wrong. I wasn't there. It was apparently wrong enough and there were enough complaints that it made the news. If you're a plumber, the last thing you want to be or the last place you want to be is on the news for something like this.
What are you talking about?
Now, we run into that problems here. Y'all seen the other videos I've done where I've got scammers that come out and test people and tell them they don't have leaks under houses when they really do. That's a simple $300, $400 theft as far as I'm concerned. Then there's other videos we've done where you come over and the other plumber tells them, hey, the entire plumbing under your house needs to be replaced. That's $50,000. And to be honest, that wasn't a fair price. If everything needed to be replaced, it should have been more than that. But guys, here's the deal. There's a lot of plumbers out there doing people wrong, stealing from people. Like the plumber said earlier.
I feel like guilty, like I just robbed someone, pretty much.
Well, I'm not a crook.
And it doesn't matter to me that he listened to the owner of his company or not. He was the one who actually stole the money. Now, his boss may have got to keep it, and his boss may have been the one that told him to do it, but he's the one that did it. And that's not the right way to do any kind of business. Number one, if a plumbing company owner ever really did do that, to me, the plumber should get that on video, get it on audio, get it however you can. And that way you've got your back covered. Doing things right for every single customer you walk in and take care of is part of why it's a good thing to do everything you can to be the very best plumber you can be. I got to tell you, it makes me sick that plumbing company owners would even do that or think about that. But I know there are some of them out there like that. Guys, look, if you're a plumber or if you want to be a plumber, this is a lesson learned today. Never be this kind of plumber.
What are you talking about?
Learn to do things right. There's always enough customers and there's always a way to make money. It's a good career and it's a great job. Do me a favor, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Have you ever worked for a company that the boss was a crook like this? And also, if you've got videos of the breakages or bad things or anything like that, jump over to our subreddit, Roger Wakefield Posts. Leave your videos, leave your pictures, leave us a comment and tell us what it's about, and let's look at it and see. We're always looking for great videos to talk about on the channel. Anyway, let me know what you think, and what do you think about these guys? Do you believe the owners or do you believe the customers? I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.